Okay, review for Pu-239. This is a very interesting movie with a weird title. Basically it stands for plutonium, and this guy played by Paddy Considine works in this facility. I think it's a nuclear power plant, but they also make weaponized plutonium, and it's in Russia. In the very beginning of the movie, he's exposed to a bunch of radiation because the place isn't run great. He's been saying for years they need to fix problems in the facility, and they're cutting corners and costs, and they don't. It's all corrupt too. And he's exposed, and yeah, unfortunately, this goes really bad for him. And he knows he's gonna die, and he ends up stealing the plutonium 239 because he wants to sell it because he has a wife and kid, and he wants to give them money, $30,000. So this was made in 2006. It's only like an hour and a half long, but I found it really good. I mean, I'd recommend it to anyone. It's even got a good sense of humor to it. At least Oscar Isaac's in it, and Jason Fleming, who's in a bunch of stuff, but Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and I think his friend is Jorgen Long. And Oscar Isaac, and they're all like mafia guys, and he's trying to sell it to them. So, very interesting movie. It was an HBO movie, and yeah, I just thought it was very well made. This director did some episodes of Californication. Yeah, I haven't seen any of his other stuff. Did a movie called Sex Scientists. In another movie, What We Take From Each Other, The Report, The Loudest Voice. So he does TV, and looks like he's done some movies too, but yeah, I thought this movie was really well directed, well shot, well acted. I mean, I've seen that guy Paddy Considine in he's in one of the Bourne movies. I think he's in the Bourne Supremacy, and he's like a journalist. I think he ends up getting killed in that movie, but that's the only time I've ever seen him before. And he's very good. He's the guy that gets exposed. His wife is Radha Mitchell, and they have a kid. She's very good. It's a very sad movie because he's exposed. And this is just going to be spoilers. I like the movie. You should go check it out. It's pretty obvious right away that he's not going to make it. You're just kind of seeing if he's successful in selling this stuff or not. But then his bosses, they have this little radiation meter that they wear around at the facilities at each person, and they say, oh, you were only exposed to 100 rads. And then they start blaming him for it, and they're like, it's either malfeasance or like you either did it on purpose, or it's, you know, you being an idiot and you did it accidentally, which makes no sense. And he's like, you know, he's pissed they went on to sign this document saying it's all his fault. He's like, well, if I do that, what kind of compensation do me and my family get? And they're like, none. And he's like, I've worked here for over 12 years. I have a wife and kid. They don't care. And then a friend at the facility goes up to him and gives him his watch, which was his father's watch, which he was wearing when he was exposed. And his real radiation badge, which says that he was exposed to over 1,000 rads. So you're pretty much dead. And I like how they explain all of it. It's really simple, but it's easy to understand. Like, I think he says if you live in Colorado, if you live in Denver, you're exposed to 0.5 rads a year because of the elevation, and if you go get a X-ray, it's 0.1 rads, or maybe 0.01, or yes, it's something like that. So it's just, you know, and then they say it's 100, but really it's 1,000, so that's really bad. So then he lies to his wife, says he has to go to Moscow. There's a job there. There is no job. He knows he's a dead man walking. He goes and steals the stuff, and then he goes to Moscow. And then he meets up with Oscar Isaac, who also is, it's interesting. They're both basically on a clock of, like, you know, 72 hours, because him and his other compadres, who are not very smart, Jason Fleming and Jordan Long, end up, and their mafia, they end up going to this guy's place because they write down an address, I think given by their boss. They go to the wrong address because they think a 7 is a 1. And they attack the guy in there. They, you know, they're like money for protection from them. And yeah, and then the guy that's in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, he starts shooting the place up with a nail gun, and he hits some turpentine, and then he throws his cigarette on the ground like an idiot. They walk out, and the place blows up, and it kills the guy and his daughter. Which doesn't even make any sense, because they thought it was like the place that this guy would pay them every month. It's the wrong place. This guy was under the protection of another mafia boss, so now that mafia boss is super pissed at them. So they, you know, blow it up, which is really dumb, because then there's no more money coming. But and then that boss is like, well, I'll let you live if you get $6,000 and give it to me within 72 hours. If not, you're all dead. So they're on a clock too. But yeah, some of the interactions with Oscar Isaac, I thought he was actually funny. I don't think I've ever really seen him be funny in a movie. I mean, he plays kind of an idiot, but it's funny though. It's not like obnoxious. He's a little smarter than the other two guys, I would say. And his name's Timothy Patty. I'm gonna say Constantine. He's wearing this on his chest. I assume it's encased in lead. This weapon, it's like he said it's like 100 grams of Pu-239. And he's trying to sell it. He says he wants $30K for himself, and he's gonna give it to his wife and kid. And he's like, you can get 100 times that on the black market or whatever. And the guy's like, yeah, well, we're not we you can get, you know, that in North Korea or wherever. And he's like, well, we're not in North Korea, are we? So he's trying to get the money for him. He doesn't really understand what he has. Like, at first he's like, well, I want to see the stuff. And he's like, if I show you this, it will kill you. And like, he doesn't like really believe him. He explains what radiation does to you on a cellular level. He obviously isn't really understanding it. Then his other two compadres are just super dumb. Like, their mob boss is pissed at him, and he's explaining to them how he can take McDonald's fries that they throw out, and then he can get them and charge, you know, $1 less for them, even because they're just like after 6 or 7 minutes they just throw away the fries. And then there's fries on the ground near him, and he's like, I want you to taste what a 7-minute fry tastes like. And the guy eats it. Then he walks away, and the guy keeps eating them. Like, I mean, this movie's pretty dark. It's a very dark movie. They end up killing a dog because they feed it chocolate. And that dog ends up being one of the mob boss's dogs. It's like, so it all gets screwed up and tied into that. But yeah, I just really liked the movie, and I just thought it was really good, just really well made. If you could check it out, it's HBO. It's made in 2006, but yeah, it's really good. This is the first time I've seen Oscar Isaac. Is this like one of his first movies? I don't know. Oscar Isaac's an actor I've never really been into that much. He's okay in the Star Wars movies. It's not his fault that those movies are bad. No, he was on a couple things before this, but it's one of his first parts. Oh yeah, that's right. He's in Body of Lies, where he plays a Middle Eastern man. In this, he plays a Russian. He's in Robin Hood as Prince John, so there he plays an Englishman. He just plays everything. He's in The Bourne Legacy. Okay. Ex Machina, X-Men Apocalypse, another bad movie. The Card Counter, yeah, I don't really like that movie. But, yeah, if you could do me a favor and smash that like button, be great. It really helps the channel. But yeah, I'd say check it out if you can. Like I said, it's not long at all. Hour and a half. Very small cast of people, but very dark movie. But in the end, his wife and kid do get something, but I won't spoil that. So, but yeah, that's about it. See you next time.